Hello, welcome to December 17th, 2022. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video. This is something that I do, a video or an exercise at least, that I need to perform each and every day just after waking up. I'm a little behind schedule this morning. It's 4:41 a.m. right now. I'm behind schedule because I have a book reading to do. It's Saturday morning after all, and I'll be doing that down at Huntington Beach at the end of 17th Street down there on the sand between Lifeguard Towers 18 and 20. So I need to be there by 7 a.m. I need to be there by about 6:40 a.m., 6:45 to have set up and ready to go and start by 7 a.m. I'll be doing that live on YouTube. So I had to make an extra thermos of coffee, a half full thermos of coffee to be ready to go. So, good morning, Parker. Let's get to it, shall we? I'm going to do the faster version because I need to get ready for my second video. I call that the lightning round, where I go quickly through my objectives and principles. But before I do that, I need to think about yesterday and last night. How did I do? And then how did I do applying these objectives and principles to the challenges and opportunities yesterday? And what changes am I thinking about? I was just thinking about a change while I was making coffee. And how it slipped out of my head. I should have noted it down. What was it? Hold on. It'll come back. It's gone. Damn it. Okay, so last night and yesterday. I had a very productive day off yesterday. I started using the reminders app in my phone because I had so many things to do yesterday. So I made a little list and I started knocking it off. Oh, I remember what I was thinking. I better remember it now. It just came back to me. It's actually a really, really good one. What would I call it? I'm going to add this to the social principle. I've just made a decision. It's going to be a sub-principle called family. There you go. And I will try to remember to talk about it when I get there. I'll put it right here so I don't forget. So anyway, back to my list. So I had so many things to do, so I listed them in the app, and I just started in the morning in earnest, and that's what actually caused me to come up with this new family sub-principle. And maybe I'll tweak the name a little bit, work on that. You want to come up here? Ollie? You want to come up there? Come on up. Here, I'll put this down. I'll just have to remember. Come on. And I did almost everything. I did everything on the list yesterday. I did everything. Except one thing. I didn't ship some books. Come here. This way I knew one thing was missing. But the thing was, yesterday was an interesting day. Chock full of good stuff. I mean, just did all kinds of, in fact, you still smell like the vet. I took him to the vet. That was one of the things I did. But I got everything set up so that I can start doing book preparation on via live stream. That'll come out more as that comes out. In fact, I might even do it today. My first one, I have a pack of books to ship. Just yesterday was a great day. No real challenges. Just breezed through the whole damn day. It was one of those days where I took a route that basically avoided all the challenges. I guess that's what it's like. You don't have a day of work. You can do that, except the stuff that gets you, like, bad drivers and inconsiderate people, or flat tire, stuff like that. None of those things ambushed me, so not much to say about yesterday, except that it was a well-spent day. I'm going to talk about this new sub-principle now, because I'm afraid I'll forget. It's basically this. I have done. How do I say this to get the message across correctly? I was thinking about how when I have my, one of the benefits of my job is that, or any job for that matter, is that it, by virtue of the necessity of it, I have good days. I will have really productive days when I have are my work days. Productive towards my work is ends. I get a lot of good stuff. And if you're just talking about it in just in terms of the goodness of the time spent, the best spent days are my work days because I'm just so committed. My job forces me to stay at my computer even when I don't want to, and it forces me to push past my considered limits. When I think otherwise if I didn't have to work, I would say I've had enough and go to the beach, but I can't do that when I'm working. So I just work more, and I carry on and I do it. I always get through it. And I was thinking about life in general, how it's good to have some catalyzing agent, so to speak, that makes us live our days better and more productive and towards better ends. And I was thinking about how family does that. Now, of course, family has its good inherent benefits, you know, too numerous to even begin to try to count. I mean, in terms of companionship, security, love, safety, cooperation. You could just go on the list. Passing our genes on to the next generation, having the sense of connectivity through time, the social benefits that come of it, the benefits of building a home together, the cooperative elements of chipping in, the whole little discipline that comes of being a good husband or father, husband, wife, or father, mother, whatever, family member. And that's precisely the end. Choosing to find someone to marry and spend our life with and to have children and to have values that provide us, that make sure that we are, one, select a good spouse, and then two, are dedicated to that spouse and to the family for the rest of our lives. It's like going to work. Even though it's hard sometimes, it results in good product, good life product, so to speak, right? Even if it's nothing more, and this is not saying like it's not a lot, but it is, but you can add on top of it, even if it is simply nothing more than a home, hearth, and children well raised. And that's a lot, but you can't add to that. You can have a lot more than that. It can be the launching point and the foundation for a still greater construction of life. But if we don't have that motivation, like I was thinking about myself, if I had not married and had a child, I might have spun my wheels in one endeavor after another, making lackluster progress, giving up maybe when it got too hard or when interest moved elsewhere. It's one of the good things about having having a settled life is that it forces us to the next level, even with stuff that we're not necessarily interested in, right? I mean, I'm a much better man for my work career, especially in the last decade, than had I not had that. And I would not have had it if I didn't have bills to pay and a family to care for. I would be more akin to a beach bum. And there's something to this. There's something to building a home and a family, even if it's nothing more than carrying on the species successfully. So yeah, it's worth it. Sub-principle of family, I'm going to add that to the social principle. Okay, Ollie here is feeling a little restless. Let me carry on. His tummy wasn't feeling so good yesterday. Let's do the good life. 7 objectives as follows. 1, to be always ready to die. 2, to make good and effective use of my time. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. 4, to cultivate good emotional reactions. 5, to perform good actions. 6, to recognize true limits and true opportunities. And 7, to do just one thing at a time, and to do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Okay, let's do my 32 principles now. Number one is to be war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, principle of maturity, the pirate ride. I got those backwards. Social principle, public speaking, including the principle of family back there, social principle, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be born, the feast of Offal, distraction, agency and the great indifference. Pardon me. The restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, the bullseye aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, and the principle of fun. Got through. Okay, as for today, well, I'll finish this, upload this, I'll read my Bible, then I'll walk the dogs, feed the dogs, I'll take the dogs for a nice long walk, then I'll come back and I will clean the house, the rooms that are my responsibility, which are this room, the hallway, the living room, the bathroom, and the dining room area. Well, it's mostly just living room. And Yumiko takes our bedroom, her workspace, and the kitchen. And then from there, she and I will go out and we'll have go do our shopping. I expect we'll have lunch at Tokyo Central as you do. And then we'll go to Trader Joe's. We might not need to go to Costco today. And then Target perhaps, and then that'll be that, and then there'll be time for an ocean swim after that, and that'll kind of wrap up our day, and then we'll have dinner and watch a show together, a movie, whatever, and go from there. And then we'll go from there and be asleep. Thanks for joining me, and maybe I can slip in there a book illustration. That's the one where it would be so much easier if it was just a job. That was also weighing into my mind. It's hard to do. I'm eager to do it. I've got the whole setup yesterday. I set up the technology so that I can do a live stream and showing my hand writing, illustrating the book. This is going to be fun. All right. Well, maybe we'll slip in a trip to IKEA today too. I'd like to get a light for that. We'll see. Be safe, but not too safe. And this is the end of my life. Oh no, my life, I gotta get this last part down. The way it should go to is, and with that, my life is done. Be safe, but not too safe. There you go. Bye-bye.